This program is made possible in part by the WKNO Partners in Excellence Fund, committed to presenting quality programming, and by viewers like you. Thank you.
Visit downtown in the late afternoon or on the weekend, and you might see Joe and Carol Lee Royer pedaling back home after a 20-mile ride along the Mississippi River Trail. And that's as it should be. After all, it's how they met.
Cycling. We bumped into each other on bicycles.
And, just riding the beautiful roads of Memphis and Shelby County, and that's where we met, and We've been lucky to travel quite a bit and ride in Europe and around the U.S. and our favorite roads are right here in Shelby County.
And if you can't find them cycling, then look down the bluff along the river, and you might catch a glimpse of them paddling a kayak in the late afternoon sun. They've lived their lives outdoors, traveling the world to taste its beauty and adventure. But they've always come home to Memphis.
The more that we went away, whether it be in the Northeast in New England or out in the West, California, or the Rocky Mountains in Colorado, Montana, the more we went away and we came back and we rode our bikes in Shelby Farms, or we paddled our kayak in the Mississippi, or we just took a walk along the riverfront, the more we have appreciated Memphis and the more we have focused on our effort of preserving our town. Our strong belief is that the park closest to your home is the most important park in the world.
Joe and Carol Lee come by their love of the Memphis environs honestly and through their own hard work. Carol Lee is a financial planner who was once a competition cyclist. Joe has a degree in engineering, but his passion for outdoor activities made him chuck the engineering career for that of co-owner of Outdoors Incorporated.
I think our biggest talent was not to underestimate Memphians. We provided the best hiking boots, the best backpacks, the best bicycles, the best kayaks. I think that observation that don't underestimate Memphians in what they, and that's allowed us, I think, to stay in business for over 30 years now.
Outdoors Incorporated, canoe and kayak race, one of the biggest such events in the country. And this November will mark the 23rd year for the Cyclocross Championships, held on Greenbelt Park on Mud Island. Joe and Carol Lee believe that there is a link between using and protecting our environment and attracting the best businesses and workers to Memphis.
I go to outdoor conferences 3 or 4 times a year, and the trend in the outdoor world is having these cities that offer cycling and offer canoeing and offer hiking in their metro areas. New York has transformed itself completely in the past couple of decades. Amsterdam has done this same thing. They've cleaned up their canals, and Paris, a congested city like Paris, is putting in bike lanes. Quality of life is really important to your business climate.
The Royers feel that quality of life is also an issue for local residents who can't take the 2-week vacation to go to a national park.
If you're not close to a national park, it's hard to go for the week vacation or the 2-week vacation. Most of us are kind of getting a long weekend, maybe taking the Monday holiday and getting 3 days. And so that's why we have focused so much on our local Shelby Farms, Overton Park, Audubon Park, the Wolf River, and the mighty Mississippi. Water's been magical to me, and I love the Mississippi. This morning when we took off at sunrise, heading up the bank, we saw 3 fox, and then we crossed the river and we saw 3 deer on the Looshatchee Bar, a little island right across from Harbor Town. And it's just, the Mississippi is one of the most phenomenal resources in the world, and it's really being, the city's sort of turning towards the river right now again. It's the reason we are a city here, because of this. And we're sitting on the 4th of the Chickasaw Bluffs over Tom Lee Park here, and it's just a magical place in the world.
Joe is on the board of directors of the Mississippi River Trail. Just like the Appalachian Trail, which meanders through 14 states from Maine to Georgia, the Mississippi River Trail follows the river, linking cities and towns along 3,000 miles of bike trails.
Memphis is a wonderful town and area to bicycle in. It's relatively flat.
And when you're outside riding a bike, it's just so much more interesting.
Well, there's so many unique places that you can see. You can just access so much more than you can and notice the smells and the sounds and the beauty than you can when you're in a car.
The ultimate lesson that Joe and Carol Lee have learned from their life outdoors is that the places that John Muir called the fountains of life are the places that lift the human spirit.
I really think that the public lands should be kept pristine. They should be open to the public to use, but I think that our national park, Yellowstone, what always comes to mind, Yosemite, Rocky Mountain National Park, the wonderful Great Smokies, they're just peaceful. When you drive in and the billboards are gone and the lights, the LEDs are gone, and you see these magnificent green spaces that are protected and they're for the public. Everyone is equal in that. Everybody, we're offering this to every person in our country and the world to come and have this experience. And to me, how you protect your public space is kind of how you're judged as a culture.